Okay, so we're sitting on that ball. And I don't want to have my feet too close. And I have my feet, still have this alignment here. Okay? Sit up nice and tall and reach those arms long. So we're first going to work through our lower back. So we're going to tuck the tail. The ball is going to move towards your heels. Yep. And then you just bring it back. I tuck my tail, so I'm moving from my pelvis. I'm tucking, I'm curling it, and then I iron it back out. Tuck, let those shoulders melt. Bring it back up. Just two more. Inhale down. Exhale up. And one more. Good. Now I want you to take the hand closest to me. We're going to drop it down towards the mat as we tuck and curl. We're going to follow it and then sweep it back up. The opposite hand will come down. We tuck, curl, sweep, and bring it up. Out, inhale back. Exhale up. Tuck, inhale. Exhale, one more each side. Take your time. Feel that lower back stretching. And last one. We roll it back. Good. Take your hands to the ball, and we're going to do these little marches. So whatever leg is not lifting, that leg and that foot is going to be pushing down to the floor. Make sure the hands are always on the ball, and we're going to lift from our core. So I take it up, take it up. You can choose how slow or how fast you move. Just make sure you're moving from the core. And we lift. And lift from the belly. Lift. Lift. If you want a breath, exhale on the up. Shh. Shh. And I go for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to warm up these legs. Make sure your hands are always on the ball. It's a little bouncy, so watch. Pause, 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 and up. So it's a little bounce, bounce. But I pause before I come back down, but I come right back up. So my booty is completely off that ball, but my fingertips stay on, up. I'm going to pick up my pace. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you feel the quads a little warmer? Great. Come off that ball and come into a wide stance. Then I'm going to take you to mirror me. This hand is going to roll the ball towards the corner of my mat, and the opposite arm is reaching back in a straight line. I come through the center, and I reach and reach. So it's a side lunge. Opposite arm is reaching across. Shh. Inhale up, exhale, lengthen. Shh. And I'm reaching for the corner of my mat. Side to side. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1, and bring it back to center. Roll it all the way to one side. You're going to turn into a lunge, and your hand is just resting on the ball. The other hand is on the hip or the quad if you need more balance. I'm going to lower my back knee and come back up. Now, as I lower that knee, the arm that's with the ball is going to bend and then straighten. And I want you to contract the tricep and the back of the upper arm. And 4. And 3. 2 more. Here's 2. And 1. I'm going to roll the ball to the other side. My back heel is lifted. The knee is over the ankle. Chest is proud. And I bend the knee, bend the arm, and press. 7. And press. Inhale. Exhale. And 4. 3. Now I'm not going to come back to center now. I'm going to lower that back knee down and add the other knee to it. I'm going to take the ball right to my thighs, and I'm going to put my hands on the mat in front of my ball. Walk those quads forward so they're against the ball. Your shoulders and your wrists should be in a straight line. Slightly tuck your tail so you don't have this lower back arching. Slide your right leg along the mat behind you. Now we're going to lift this leg up to parallel and then tap it back down. And up and down. Now, if you want, I'm going to add the opposite arm, reaching out in front of you and then coming down. Keep the right hip with that ball. The left quad stays against the ball. And I'm balancing here as I take that arm and leg into a straight line. Inhale to exhale. 2 more. Now, if you want, I'm going to curl my left toes under and lift that left knee off the floor. Reach that right leg back again, and we'll do these little tiny pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. You don't have to have that knee lifted. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now flex that foot that's behind you and take it to the mat. Add the other leg to it. And here I am in a plank. Squeeze lemons in those armpits. Drive the belly in, almost away from your ball. Yeah. The ball will stay there, I promise. We're going to hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now put your right knee down. The left leg stays back there. Point your left toes. The right thigh should be against your ball. Let's lift that leg up and down. I inhale, I exhale. We're lengthening that leg. Now, if you want, add the opposite arm. Lengthening it up and bring it straight down. Up and down. Squeeze your seat. Try to keep the hips resting on the ball and that right quad right up against it. And we go for 3 and 2 and 1. Now I'm going to curl my right toes under if you want to take that knee off the floor. I scoop my belly, I bring that knee off, I lengthen my leg behind me, and I pulse. 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now flex those left toes, put the toes onto the mat. The other leg comes back. Squeeze lemons in those armpits. Here we are in this plank again. And we're going to hold this. Now you can just hold it, or I'm going to take my right toes to the right edge of my mat, come back in, and then my left back in. 7 and 7. You don't have to. You can just hold that plank. And 5 and 5. 4 and 4. 3, little tap. 3. Keep that belly pulling in. And 1 more each side. I'm going to take both knees down to the mat. Take my hands on the ball and roll it out. I'm going to flip my palms to face the ceiling to give my wrist a little release. Yes. Now come to a high kneel. And I want the legs 1 fist width apart. Open up that chest. Feel like the hips are trying to push into the ball. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. And I'm going to start to roll that ball forward. Take your time. I'm going to try to keep my hips in line with my knees. I'll let my seat stick out. Give me a big arch. Connect the shoulders to your back. Tuck your tail. And bring it back up. Chin to chest. I start that roll. I'm going to inhale out. Tuck and curl. Round the spine. And again, I start to push out. I'm rounding. I'm peeling. Inhaling away. Exhaling as you come in. And let's just do that 1 more time. Nod the chin to your chest. I'm rounding. I'm peeling. Peel. Try to keep those hips over those knees. And I drive it in, and relax those shoulders. Okay, come onto your forearms, onto your ball. Now I'm going to go into a plank. If you are concerned about being on this ball, you're going to keep 1 knee on the floor and lengthen just one leg. Pull your belly in and contract the muscles like you would in a plank. If you want to try both legs back, we take it back. Now make sure you're not collapsing. You're pushing off that ball. You're tucking your tail. Always put that knee down if you need it. And I hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, to your knees. Now do another stretch back. Ah, lovely. Okay, so let's come on to our seat. I'm going to face this way for a little bit. You can stay where you are. All right, we're going to take our feet onto the ball. Lie all the way down. Don't make this the easy part of class. All right, so I'm going to be in a Pilates stance. So I got a little V with my feet. My heels are connected. My toes are turned out. Just my toes are on the ball. Arms to your side. Knees are apart. I want you to roll that ball in an inhale. Roll it out. Exhale, drive it back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, add the arms. I'm going to reach them behind me on an inhale. Exhale, come back in. I'm going to add, nodding my chin to my chest till I bring that ball in. You don't have to ever lift your head off the mat. I'm going to inhale. Try to keep your spine imprinting on your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Just 2 more. 1 more. Now hold it here. Press that ball back out. My arms are still lengthening. Wrap your thighs. If your head is lifted, shoulder blades off the mat, and start to pump those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll cue different variations. My right knee is going to come away from that ball, and I'll pull it into my chest. Press back out on the exhale. My left knee, inhaling. Exhale. My right knee, inhale. Exhale. My left knee. Bring the right leg straight up. Put it down. Left leg. Right leg. Left leg. And then roll the ball in and take the head back down to the mat. Walk your feet up towards the top of the ball. Take your legs together, feet together. Feel like your feet are melting into the ball. Now again, if you don't feel comfortable on the ball, let the ball go away. We're going to articulate up into a bridge. So I'm going to tuck my tail, press through the back of your arms, back of the shoulders, and then we'll lower back down. Take your time, vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, let's inhale up, tuck, scoop. Good. Exhale down. You can keep doing this. So I'm going to give you a variation. I'm going to inhale up. I'm going to stay here. Exhale. One foot comes off the ball. Other foot. And lift. Put it down. And lift. Careful. Use the back of those arms as an anchor. 1 more. And then fix your bridge. And then lower it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll that ball out so the legs get nice and long. Good. Now I'm going to take my eyes to my belly and my hands behind my head. And again, you can keep the head down. I'm going to bend my right knee in, zip it up, bend, put it back onto the ball. Left leg, I bend, zip it up, bend, back on the ball. Taking your time. And again, if your head is lifted, you cannot be looking at the ceiling. You look into the navel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and release. My hands stay behind my head. My elbows are wide. I'm going to bend my knees and bring the ball with me. And I want your feet in parallel. Toes are on. Heels are lifted. You can keep your head down. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. Now my right knee is going to stay in towards my chest, I'm going to push the ball out and in with my left leg. Inhale, exhale. Elbows should be wide. Take your time, lengthen, scoop. Inhale, exhale. Now if you want to add the other leg, it will go over the ball as the ball comes in and then back in towards you. So as one's going in, the other's going out. Back is nice and heavy. Make sure there's no strain to the back or the neck. I'll do 2 more. 1 more. Hold this knee in, grab onto the ankle, put your head down and straighten this leg. Lovely hamstring stretch. Love it. Good. Bend both knees and both feet go on the ball. I'll take my hand over hand again behind my head. Elbows are wide. You could stay with your head down. I'll nod my chin to my chest. My left knee is going to stay in. I roll the right leg out and in. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen, scoop. Make sure your spine is imprinting whether your head is up or down. And if your head is up, shoulder blades off the mat, base of the shoulder blades left on. Now I'll add the other leg. Inhale, exhale, out and in, out and in. I go for 4, good. And 3, reach those legs long. 2, 1. Roll that ball out, grab onto that left ankle, lower your head, straighten the leg. Relax the neck and shoulders. Don't hold your breath. Natural breathing. Yes. And let's take 2 legs straight onto the ball. Bend your knees and come back home. Straddle the ball with your feet. I'm pressing into the ball with the sides of my feet. My knees are bent. And I'm still imprinting my spine. Arms are reaching long. I want you just to keep the quads where they are, but straighten the leg up. The ball's going to go to the ceiling, and then bend and back down. To the ceiling, bend it back down. Here we go. I'm going to exhale on the up, and lift and lower. Press. Good. And we go for 4. 3 more. Give me 2 more. Now I'm going to straighten my legs, and I'm going to bend my knees in towards my shoulders. Now take your hands underneath your seat to give some protection to that lower back. You can keep your head down. You can lift your head. It's up to you. Pick your poison. Now I'm going to press my legs out to 45. Come back in. And again, as my legs are going out, I need to fire those glutes and the back of the legs. My core needs to go heavier to protect my back. And I'm going to go for 4 more. Good. And 3. 2 more. Now hold it straight out there and bring it straight up. I'm going to lower for 3 counts. Down, 2, 3, zip it up. Head up or head down. Inhale, 2, 3. I'm going to press a little bit more into the ball as I come up. Watch the lower back. You don't have to go very low. Inhale, press in, exhale. 3 more. 2 more. Press in that ball. Squeeze your bum. 1 more. And then bend those knees. Release your hands. And take your feet back on top of the ball. Roll the ball out. Reach the arms behind you. Lovely. Sweep the arms around and onto the mat. Bend your knees. I'm going to take the ball right against my hamstrings. It's like I'm pressing my heels even into that ball. Now, depending on the material of your ball, some of those balls are more slippery. We'll try it this way first. Can you take those knees towards you and then tap the ball? And then take the knees towards you with the ball? Yep. If it's not working, take it back between the feet. Okay? The material of the ball is making it too slippery. So again, we're working these lower abdominals. We're drawing those knees in and just tapping lightly the ball. I exhale, knees in. Inhale, tap down. Good. If you want to add more, I take my hands behind my head. I crunch up and down. 5 more. And 3. Good. And 2. Last one. And 1. Good. Now walk your feet until they're directly on top. Take your arms out like a T if you have space. And then let your knees float. You choose how far to one side. Keep the shoulders heavy though. Back to center. Float your knees away from you. Keep those shoulders heavy, please. And bring it back. We'll do that one more time. Let's do breath. Inhale. To exhale. And one more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Take your feet on each side of the ball. Hand it to your hands. And we'll rock ourselves up. Okay, so we're going to sit on top of our ball. We're going to sit. Just like we started class. And I'm going to walk back a little bit so I make sure I have plenty of space in front of me. Okay, so I just move back. I'm not directly in the center. Okay. And we'll start here with a little spine stretch. I'm going to take my arms parallel. My knees are bent. Knees in line with the ankles. Okay. I'm going to take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, I just want you to round forward. Keep the lower back pressing straight up and down. Inhale, zip it up. Exhale, chin to chest. As I peel forward, my arms in a straight line, I press my navel back. Squeeze your booty, draw the belly in, inhale up. Melt those shoulders. Chin to chest. Look into your belly button, watch it going deeper as you go forward. We'll do one more. Inhaling. Exhaling, chin to chest. Reach, 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 reach. And bring it back up. Okay, so I want you to walk your feet forward. So you're going to start to go down that ball. Now I'm about 1 hand's width from my butt to the floor. 1 hand's width. Okay? Hands go behind the head. Make sure your hair is not stuck between you and that ball. Elbows are nice and wide. I'm going to melt my spine over that ball. Now, if you suffer from vertigo, you want to stay parallel. Otherwise, you can go all the way over. Nod the chin to your chest. Keep those elbows wide and come back up. So keep your tail where it is. Don't take your tail with you. Keep it down and let your spine melt over the ball. That's an inhale. Exhale. Use your abdominals to come back up. I'm going to inhale back. Let your head just rest in your fingertips. And when you're coming up, let the abdominals pull you back up, not the hands. Inhale, good. Exhale. Now hold it up. Twist and face me. Go over sideways. Bring it back up. Do that again. Same side. Let you still see your eyeballs. Inhale, give a nice long stretch. Exhale, you're squeezing this oblique, this diagonal muscle here. Keep that tail heavy. And one more. Good. Center. Now twist away from me. And we'll drape over the side. Curl back up. I inhale. I exhale. Can you give me 2 more? Take your time. Let the body feel the movement. Let the abdominals work to bring you back up. And one more. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to center myself out. Now, you can stay just like this. What we're going to be doing next are just these little ab crunches, okay? So you can stay right how you are. If you want it a little more challenging, but it will be harder on your neck, so you need to be careful with this. You're going to walk back until you're parallel to the floor here. So my head is parallel. Don't be too far back. And I'll crunch up and back to parallel. Back to parallel. Make sure your feet don't slide on your mat. go for 4 more. Are we getting warmer? Are we sweating? Oh my goodness, our sweat meter's turned up. 2 more. Breathe. Now I'm going to ask you to hold this one, tiny little pulses for 8, 7. Think of in deeper, not lifting higher, scooping deeper. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold that crunch. I'm going to lower back down my seat if I moved it back. And I'm going to stretch over my ball and let my head just relax and my arms go out like a V. Ah. Now, if you want to take this a little further, vertigo people, no, no, no. I'm going to straighten my legs more and really drape over that ball. Ah. And I'll slowly bend my knees back in, lower my butt more, hands behind the head, and then bring my head back up. Okay, now I want to work more in the hip area, okay? So make sure you're, again, 1 hand's width from the booty from the floor, okay? My hands are going to go behind my head, and I want you to curl that tail up, and my elbows are wide. I'm trying to keep my neck more parallel, okay? And then I'm going to let my sits bones, like they're anchors, I'm going to let them fall down. I'm going to go into that ball. So I'm melted into my ball into a big arch. Tuck your booty, scoop and lift. I'm going to take my legs a little closer. They're 1 fist width now. And then melt your spine. Your sits bones are going heavier towards that mat. Nice big arch. Scoop, lift, open those hips. Same feeling when you do a bridge on the mat. Let the body mold back into that ball. Tuck your pelvis, lift those hips, squeeze your booty. How about engage your inner thighs as well? Come back over that ball. Melt, melt, melt. Watch your neck. Tuck your tail 1 last time. I'm going to inhale up and then exhale, lower. Take that chin back to your chest. Then I'm going to let my seat go towards the floor. From here, I'm going to press back out. See if your legs can straighten. And then bring that booty back down to the floor. Okay, watch your neck. I'm going to keep that chin towards my chest. Squeeze your bum, inner thighs, belly, foot, lower back down. I'll inhale, lengthen. So I'm not draping like this over my ball. I'm here. Come back down. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze your bum, inner thighs. Bring it back down. And we'll just do 1 more. Inhaling, exhaling, and I'll let my bum come all the way down. Hold here. Now see if you can melt back into that ball. Bring that head back up. 1 more time. Don't fight the ball. Bring it back up and release. Okay, how'd that go? Okay, take that ball out. We're going to come back onto our mats into the center more. I'm going to take my legs as wide as my mat. I'm going to do a little more of a spine stretch. So I want to round again. We just did a lot of arching, and I do want to do some swan movements. So let's round for a little bit, okay? So I'm sitting nice and tall. My arms are straight as arrows. I'm going to inhale up taller. Exhale, nod that chin to my chest. I want you to round the spine. Eyes go to navel. That should feel lovely. Now suck that belly in. Squeeze your bum. Zip up that spine. Inhale. Inhale. Shoulders go down as you're coming up. Exhale. Scoop that belly button back. Inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. Chin to chest. Reach long. Reach long. Now let's do some twisting. So I'm going to grab onto the sides of my ball, bend my elbows, and hold the ball on my chest. I'm going to bring my legs together into the center of my mat. I'm going to push the back of my legs down as I zip up. If you can't sit tall with your legs straight, bend your knees. You can also sit cross-legged. All right, so I'm going to inhale up. On the exhale, rotate towards me. 1, 2. Inhale, center. Exhale away from me. Inhale. twisting. I'm spiraling taller. Are you? We don't ever sink that rib cage. We're always trying to lengthen. One more each direction. Finish it up. Put the ball on your thighs. Point your toes. Roll the ball on top of the feet, all the way to the tops of your toes. I like this stretch for the top of my feet. Hopefully you feel that. If you don't, press into the ball a little bit more. Push down into the ball. And then stack your spine as you bring the ball towards your shins. And again, reach forward towards your toes, a little mini spine stretch. Zip up into that tall spine. And one more. Bring it back up. And we're going to come back onto our knees. Okay. So I'm going to go over my ball again. I'm going to straighten my legs. And they're going to be about as wide as my frame. So they're not going to be close like we usually are. All right, so I want you to soften your elbows and let your body drape over the ball. Press through the heel of your hands and lift up like you're trying to see what's in front of you, right there by the base molding, not up the wall. Scoop the belly, go over the ball again. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift. One more. Drape over that ball. Bring it up. Now hold here. I'm going to walk my feet a little bit more forward so I can drape just a little bit more over my ball. I'm going to take my hands behind the ball. My palms are facing the ball. If you feel like I'm going to fall off my ball, put your hands back down. I'm going to drape back over my ball. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to press into that ball. Squeeze my seat. You can see you're getting a bigger extension. If that's not for you, keep your hands on the floor. But my hands are behind, like they're almost touching my quads. Take it over. Pull your navel in. Bring it up. Shoulders back. Chest open. Squeeze your bum. Inhale. I'm going to soften my knees on this one. And I'll press my legs straight back when I go over. I'll bend my knees in. And I'll straighten them. I'll take my hands to the floor. Put your knees on. Sit back and roll that ball in front of you. Now, the next move here is going to be a plank with our quads on the ball. So you're going to have to start way back behind that mat. And I think we have enough room where we're at to do this. If not, I'm going to modify. Okay? All right, so I'm off my mat. I'm going to push out, and I just let myself roll to where my quads are on the ball. Does everybody have space? Yeah. Doesn't have to be graceful. That's okay. But I'm going to tell you right now, I look through the room, and I see our hips. Your hips are sinking. Pull them up. So suck your belly button up. You're in a plank. Now you're going to take my legs are together, by the way. You're going to take your right foot. I'm going to flex it and kick my seat. 1, 2, point. Flex the left. 1, 2, point. And I keep catching myself, letting my hips fall. You can't be lazy here. Pretend that ball is under the rib cage and you're pulling your rib cage away from the ball. Squeeze the lemons in those armpits. Kick, kick, boop. Kick, kick, boop. One more each leg. Oh, these are hard to keep that belly in. Now keep the legs together, keep the arms straight, but press back to the heel of your hands and let your feet try to touch the wall behind you, but don't drop those legs, keep them lifted. Now squeeze lemons in those armpits, pull your belly in, and drive yourself back into that plank. But you cannot, and I'm seeing it still, you can't let your rib cage fall down in the hips, pull them up. So keep those legs long, a long beam of steel from head to heel. Pull yourself back through. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do some tricep push-ups, or you can just hold this plank. I'm going to bend my elbows, press back up. You'll notice my feet kind of go up when I'm going down. 4 more if you're able. You don't have to. You can skip this one and go into child's pose. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now straighten the arms. Try to reach the wall behind you. When the arms can't go any further, touch your toes down to the floor. Now can you bring those legs up? Squeeze your bum. Take them down to the floor. Squeeze, lift up, down to the floor. If you want a better position for the arms, if this isn't working for you, you can come onto your forearms. And sometimes I feel like I'm sliding off my mat, so I curl my ends of my mat and hold onto my mat. But you're going to lift up, squeeze your bum, pull the belly in, coming back down. Lift up, come down. Squeeze your bum. I'm going to inhale on the up. Bam. Exhale on the down. Up. Now can you hold this one up and tap your heels? Boop, boop, boop. So I'm squeezing the heck out of my booty. Belly's pulling in. Shoulders are connected to your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet down. Bend your knees. Walk your hands back. And that's stretching that child's pose. Yeah. This is work. It's work. I hear you. I feel it too. Okay, so we're going to come on to our side. Kneeling side. Everybody doing okay? Okay. You look amazing. Do we feel amazing? Okay, so take the ball right next to your hip. If you have sensitive knees, fold your mat in half and kneel on it, okay? So take the leg out. Keep the ball where it is, so don't do this. And let your body kind of melt and put your hand down, like a little kickstand. Hand behind your head. Belly in. Hips are stacked. Reach the straight leg a little longer, and we're going to lift it up and hold it. Hold it right here. Flex your foot. Bring your toes towards me. Then point and go away from me. Flex forward. Point back. Does anybody need a modification? Don't lean back. So see, you want to lean back. So whatever you do, make this kick smaller if you're going to move this, right? That just means you're going to make it move smaller. Yep. 1 more. Bring the leg to parallel. I'm going to lower my leg and lift it. Take your time. Down, up, down, up. How's this bottom wrist? 1 more. Flex your foot. Circles. Pause. Pause. Reverse. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Kick, extend. Kick, extend. Kick, extend. Now, kick, lower, lift, extend. Kick, down. So you're working this hip, outer thigh. Boom, boom, boom. 1 more. And we lower the leg and we stretch. Bring it back up. Other side. How's our knees? Knees okay? Remember, you can double up your mat, okay? Whoop, other side. Get in your position. Okay. Remember, we said the ball doesn't roll away from us. Hand behind that head. Don't get caught leaning back. So make sure you got your hips stacked. Take a look. All right, lengthen this leg, hold it up. Flex your foot. Swing forward. Point back. Exhale. Inhale, take your time. And we're trying to keep this leg hip height instead of dropping down, right? But that takes some hip strength. Forward and back. I won't kick you, I promise. I see you. You're fine. Forward and back. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Now take this leg parallel, toes are reaching long. We lower and lift. Shh. Now keep this rib cage light on that ball. Keep a lemon in this armpit. Take your time. I know it's work. Oh, that hip and outer thigh. One more. We're going to hold this. Now we're going to make circles. Flex your foot. We go round to come up. Round to come up. And 3. And 2. Let's reverse. Pause. And pause. Squeeze that bum. Draw that belly in. Hold it here. Now kick your butt. Press straight. Do that again. Kick your bum. Out. Kick your bum. Now let's kick our bum. Lower the leg. Back to parallel. Lengthen. Kick your bum. Lower. You choose how low you lower. Bam. Are you squeezing your booty on that bam? Ready? Bam. It makes a big difference. One more. Hold it out there. Lower it. Stretch it. Amazing work today. All right, let's bring it back up. Now, before I take us down to do more abs, we're going to do thigh stretch. Okay, so you can choose which wall you want to face. I'm going to go this way to give my neck a break from always looking this way. All right, so don't worry about falling because the quads won't let you. So I have my legs one fist width apart. Feel like you're pushing your hips to the ball, but it's not going to touch the ball. But I want this to go away and this to happen. Okay? Now I'm going to keep looking along the base molding, and I'm going to just let my whole body hinge back and then come back up. The goal of the exercise here is to stretch the quad. Of course, engage the abdominals. Make sure the pelvis is staying still. It goes right with you. Arms stay lengthening. Shh. Can you feel anything? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. If it doesn't feel good, go into a child's pose and wait for us. One more. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Nice. Okay, back onto your booties. Anything feel tired? We doing okay? Okay. All right, check your time. All right, you're almost there. So this is like a big boulder, and I'm holding it on top of my knees. My arms are straight. They're going to stay straight. Now, if you know in the past it's hard for you to come back up if you go all the way down, choose to only go as far as you know you can come back up. So we're going to start this in little steps. I'm not going to go all the way back the first couple. I'm going to tuck my tail, round the spine like we did at the beginning of class, and then bring it back up. My arms stay straight. And I don't come up and roll the ball down. It stops on the knees. Now, you can inhale down and exhale up or reverse that breath. We lower. Now, the lower you go down, the more you got to tuck this butt out of the way. Bring yourself back up without momentum. Momentum won't get you stronger. Want the breath. It's either you're inhaling or exhaling or inhaling, but pick it. I'm going to cue my inhale down and out. Exhale up. And we stay back. We don't go over the shin. Shh. Think of 4 counts in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Now, if you want to take it more advanced, I'm going to straighten my legs, hover the ball over my legs. I'm going to round back. So I'm going to lift my legs, and now I'm in this hover position. I'm going to fold myself up and then hover back down. I lift up, lower down. 2 more. Lower down and hover. Last one. And then bring it back up, bend those knees, and round the ball towards your toes. That was amazing. Yes. Okay. Bring it back up. We're going to hold this ball. Hands on each side. I'm going to round back. You choose how much you round back. You're going to twist towards me, touch the ball to the floor. Twist other direction. And if you're able, follow the ball. If that makes you dizzy, look straight ahead. I'm taking my time. I'm wringing water out of that rib cage. And I tap. Tap. You have to go in the same direction. You guys are going to bang those balls together. Has that happened yet? We figured it out, right? Right. Nothing else is moving with us. Hips are staying still. Knees aren't moving with us. Do one more each side. Just one more each side. Yes. And then bring it back on top of those knees. And then round it forward. Oh, we like this round forward, do we not? Yes. Okay. Let's do a swimming variation. So we're going to go back onto these balls. So again, we're going to roll out onto our ball. So we have to get back on that mat. So we've got space. You're so close to the end. So close. And again, if you don't like to be on top of the ball, get rid of it. Okay? So I'll push out. And the ball is going to be, whoop, I forgot to move my mic. The ball is going to be on the quads again. It's on the quads. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, hang tight. I need more space. Do you have space to move it out even further than your quads? Can you go here? Now it's going to be harder because you're going to want to do this. I need you to press up that back. Press up that back. Now I'm going to try and take my right leg off the ball and then left. If you'd rather just hold a plank, that's fine, because I'm going to show you another variation where we can add the arms. But make sure that back is holding up the ceiling, belly's pulling in. I exhale as I lift. I do one more each side. Good. And then walk the hands back until your feet and hands are now on the floor. And I'm going to move a little bit different because I'm off my mat. Okay. So my feet are on, my hands are on. So I'm going to take, now balance yourself. The feet should be a little bit wider. Left arm, right arm. Left arm, right arm. I find that I pull my belly in twice as much when I lift that arm off. Okay? Now, if you want to try, opposite leg. Whoop, I went too big. That was my fault. Up and down. So I got to find it. I got to find my glute more. I got to find that belly more. And my last piece is squeezing my armpits. Yeah, see? One side I'm having trouble. Okay, I'm going to go slower and use my breath. Yeah, one side gives me trouble. But hey, it's trial and error with our bodies, right? We don't know some days what's going to work for us and what's not. Yeah, bring it in. Give me that child's pose. You guys rock today. Yeah, reach it long. Reach it long. Okay, high kneel to a mermaid. My voice is starting to go. Just because it gets dry. Okay, I gotta drink lots of water. And you should too, even when you don't have an issue. Okay, so my legs, one fist width apart. Press your hips forward. Reach this arm up. Now we're not gonna let that hip go with us. The ball is gonna move out. I'm gonna use my oblique to come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Up and stretch. Can you feel that through here? I hope so. Let's add on. Let's do our mermaid, and then can you rotate your torso and have two hands on the ball? Now can you bring that ball towards you with your arms straight and then press back out and then lift it up and take it out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, and take that hand back off that ball, turn to face me, and bring it up. Okay, other side. So again, feel like you're always pushing your hips forward and feel your hamstrings and glutes engaged. I'll do a little side stretch over. Inhale. Exhale. Feel all of this. This is stretching. We squeeze here, but I'm also using my whole belly. Inhale. We add on. On the exhale, we'll rotate, face the ball. We lift up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more, please. Shoulders melt, shoulders melt. Good. Retrace your steps, bring it up, and take it down. Okay, so I'm going to come back up, and I'm going to bring my body to the back of my mat. And I'm bent forward with my hands on my ball. And my hands shouldn't be way up in here. It's like I'm going to push that ball out. So I'm in my Pilates stance. I'm going to try and start with my heels and my seat in a straight line. So I don't want to start with my bum sticking out. Okay? So it's like a cat-cow. I'm going to roll it out, lengthen. Back of the legs are staying straight. I'm going to round. Inhale, press it out. Use your core, please. Lengthen. Legs shouldn't change. Can you feel a little stretch in that hamstring as well? Yeah. But feel also that length in the spine. So don't get caught up in, ooh, I feel my hamstrings. Yep. Now this time, I'm going to have to cue right and left. It will be too confusing for me to cue it. So my right hand's going to push the ball out. My left elbow is going to point up. I'm going to follow it, and it's going to straighten up. So I'm looking at my arm in the ceiling. Yep. Now come back in. Put two hands back on the ball. Now push it out with your left hand. My right elbow bends. I look at it, and I extend. So I'm rotating. Come back in. Try that one more time each side. I push it out. I follow that upper arm. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. I look to that arm. It's reaching up. I bring it back in. I'm going to lower to my knees one last time. I'm going to take my knees a little wider, and I'm going to stretch out nice and long. Let your tail go nice and heavy. Now I'm going to steer my ball towards one side of my mat, and I'll steer it towards the other side. Keep your tail heavy. Just breathe on your own. Feeling a lovely stretch in the sides, in those back pockets. Last one. Bring it back in. And we're going to sit one more time on this ball to finish. I'm going to finish with an extension because I feel so good. Okay? And I want you leaving class saying, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Okay, so we're going to walk our feet back down. Remember that one hand length? Okay? Legs are a fist width apart. Now, if you want a bigger extension, you're more than welcome to come a little bit higher, but not too much. Hands behind that head. And again, if you're a vertigo sufferer, you can still stretch. You just don't go all the way over. So I'm going to drape over, melt, bring it back up. You choose how far you should go. And bring it back up. We just have two more to go. Inhale over. Exhaling up. And this one here, of course, you can let the head drape over and the arms open up. Keep the tail heavy. Hands go back behind that head. Nod the chin to your chest. Now very carefully walk yourself up the ball. Walk it up. Just walk it up. Good. Reach those arms again. Let's curl again. and press back out. Curl that pelvis, small move. Bring it back up. Two more. Shh. Inhale up. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. Bring those arms behind that ball. You can start by softening your elbows. I'm going to push through my ball to open up my chest and shoulders, zip up my spine. I'll lower back down. I'm going to go into a round. Press through that ball, open that chest, open those shoulders, round back down, and we'll finish with this one. Open, 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 and then we'll round forward. That body says, thank you for working me today. Stack that spine back up, and you have made it. Okay, you feel good? Yes.